Mixed Martial Arts Promotions Bellator MMA, whereby Showtime is now the exclusive home of live Bellator action. It's important because tomorrow night is our second of 3 consecutive Friday nights of live Bellator fights on Showtime, as we welcome mixed martial arts back to the premium TV network here at Showtime for the first time since 2013. As part of the launch, we're offering new subscribers to the Showtime streaming service a special offer, a really aggressive one. You get 30 days of free trial, followed by half-price subscription for the following 6 months. Again, it's a really aggressive offer, one that we don't often make. And we've seen MMA fans take advantage of it. It's available to boxing fans. It's available to any new subscriber that should come to the network. So I wanted to highlight that. It's also relevant for the MMA space, not to belabor this too long for the boxing press here. I know why you guys are here. But the main event on Friday marks the beginning of a light heavyweight World Grand Prix tournament. These eight-fighter single elimination tournaments are a Bellator trademark. And this one at 205 pounds is sure to be a good one. Everyone in the industry knows that the Bellator light heavyweight division is the best in the world. It's the most stacked. It's their deepest division for sure. It's the most competitive in the world. But what's important to the boxing fan is that we're going to follow that with the terrific Showtime Championship Boxing triple header on Saturday night. This is the first of what we expect to be many back-to-back combat sports fight nights live on Showtime. The Friday, Saturday sort of double header, if you will. You'll see some specific cross-promotion in both shows, both on Friday and on Saturday, catering to both audiences, the boxing and the MMA audience, to cross-pollinate, so to speak. So be sure to check that out. Friday night, live at 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 Pacific. Now for Saturday, we're excited to see 2 excellent welterweight prospects in Jerwin Ancajas and to Emanius Stanionis, both at different levels of their development, no doubt, but taking on the toughest respective challenges of their career. We also have an excellent junior bantamweight world title fight that just might steal the show. Before we get to the fighters, I want to give you a couple of quick notes on Saturday's boxing telecast. Mauro Ranallo, who's been calling our live Showtime Championship boxing events for years, he's going to call both the live Bellator fights on Friday and the live championship boxing fights on Saturday. Interesting double duty for him. Again, we expect him to be doing that many times throughout the coming months. We also have 4-time world champion Abner Mares serving as ringside analyst, along with Hall of Famers Al Bernstein and Steve Farhood. And we have multi-time Emmy Award-winning sports reporter Jim Gray returning to Showtime Championship Boxing on Saturday for the first time since we returned from the disruption more than a year ago. So with that, thank you for your time. I want to welcome in Greg Domino, who will take us through each of the fighters on the card and take your questions. Greg?
Thank you, Chris. Great introduction. We have Jonathan Rodriguez here at the Mohegan Sun, and he is with us and ready to go. Jonathan, can you hear us? Excellent. So Jonathan Rodriguez enters. He will kick off the telecast at 9 p.m., taking on Jerwin Ancajas. 21, 16 knockouts, nicknamed the Titan because of that power he packs there. And, first and foremost, how was training camp, Jonathan?
Más que nada, ¿cómo te ha ido el entrenamiento para esta pelea?
Pues fue un entrenamiento de 2 meses aproximadamente. Hicimos un gran campamento, una excelente preparación. Ya llevo un poco más de 2 años esperando la pelea y estoy muy emocionado.
It was a great training camp. It was approximately a 2-month training camp. He's been waiting for this fight for almost 2 years now, and so he's ready, and he feels he's prepared well for this fight.
Excellent. And I'd just like to remind the media members on the call, if you have a question for Jonathan or any of the fighters as we go through today's sessions, please just click the raise your hand icon and I will get to you in order. So you're taking on a guy in Jerwin who is, one of the longest reigning champions in the sport. He's confident. He's made 8 successful defenses. How do you get him out of that comfort zone and make this an uncomfortable fight for Jerwin?
Tu oponente es un buen peleador, ha sido campeón por muchos años. ¿Qué vas a hacer para sacarlo de su elemento el sábado para ganarle la pelea?
Sí, sí, lleva ya al parecer 8 defensas exitosas, pero soy un rival muy diferente a sus demás rivales. Lo voy a presionar del primer round. Vengo con mucha hambre, con mucha decisión y una excelente preparación. Y va a conocer a un guerrero mexicano.
Yes, he's a great opponent. He's achieved a lot of great things, but he's never faced a rival like me. And come Saturday night, he's going to put the pressure on him from the very beginning. And he's prepared well, and he's excited for this fight. And he's a great Mexican fighter in front of him.
Right, and this is your first fight in the United States, first time on Showtime. So welcome. What does this moment mean for you? It's a huge title shot in a stacked division with some of the biggest names to have come about at 115 in a very long time. So what does this moment mean to you?
Es tu primera pelea aquí en Estados Unidos, tu primera pelea en Showtime. Este momento, ¿qué te significa para ti?
Me siento muy entusiasmado. Sí, es mi debut aquí en Estados Unidos contra un gran campeón y pues muy feliz, muy contento. Es una gran pelea para mí, pero muy motivado. Yo tengo muchas ganas de ser campeón del mundo. Mi familia me apoya, mis hijos me apoyan y acaba de nacer mi hija, entonces me siento bien contento y bien feliz y vamos a darle con todo.
He's very happy, very excited. His family supports him. His daughter was just born, so it gives him that a little extra motivation. And he's ready. He's ready to put on a show and make his name known here in the United States.
Thank you, Jonathan. So we'll go to some questions from the media. First up is Carlos Toro. Floor is yours, Carlos.
Hi, Jonathan. Thanks so much for taking time to talk to us. You were out of the ring for about 18 months or so, if I remember correctly. You came back last December. How important was that last fight that you had in December to sort of shake off that long ring rust and sort of get yourself even more ready for this fight?
So, no peleaste como por 18 meses y peleaste el diciembre pasado. ¿Qué tan importante era tomarse esa pelea como para venir en esa pelea?
Sí, pues era muy importante. Una pelea súper buena. La verdad, ganamos en un round. Y pues me sentí en ritmo, me sentí fuerte en la pelea del 4 de diciembre. Íbamos contra un gran rival. Hicimos una excelente preparación también y pues me he mantenido y me siento fuerte, me sentí muy fuerte en esa pelea.
Yes, it was a good fight. We got him out there in the first round, but we prepared well, and we've continued that preparation from that point on, and he feels really good.
You mentioned that you've been waiting for this fight for 2 years now, and do you feel like, that extra time, that long wait probably gave you maybe even more time to prepare, especially given that Jerwin has not fought since 2019?
Has esperado 2 años por esta pelea. ¿Tú crees que ese tiempo te ha ayudado a preparar más para tu oponente?
Sí, así es. 2 años, ya lo tengo bien estudiado. Ya conocemos sus virtudes, sus defectos. Hicimos una estrategia en base a eso y, como te digo, ya estoy ansioso por pelear y creo que esos 2 años me estuvieron ayudando mucho.
Yes, we've been studying him for 2 years now. We understand what his weaknesses are, his strengths are. And come Saturday, he's going to show what his training camp has showed in the strategy, and he's ready for it. He's anxious to get in the ring on Saturday.
Lastly, the long rivalry between Mexico and the Philippines is one that has been rich with great fights. How exciting is it to sort of get the opportunity to fight in your first world title fight and to also add another chapter into that legacy?
La rivalidad de filipinos y mexicanos han ido gran peleas. ¿Qué te significa eso para ti?
Sí, es una gran rivalidad México-Filipinas. Recordar las peleas de Juan Manuel Márquez contra Manny Pacquiao. Yo estuve viendo esas peleas desde niño con mi papá y pues es una emoción súper grande, súper fuerte porque yo soy ahora el boxeador que está arriba del ring y pues me siento muy emocionado, te digo, de México-Filipinas. Es por orgullo y voy a levantar la bandera de México con mucho orgullo y vamos a ganar.
Yeah, the Mexican-Filipino rivalry is a big rivalry. He remembers watching Juan Manuel Marquez and Manny Pacquiao fight when he was younger. So it brings a lot of extra motivation. And come Saturday, he's excited. He's going to bring up the Mexican flag with him once he wins the world title.
Thanks, Jonathan. Best of luck this Saturday.
Mucha suerte.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Thank you, Carlos. Next.
Hi, Jonathan. Jonathan, the 115-pound division obviously is stacked with a lot of great champions, Estrada, Chocolatito, Sorung Vasai. How do you think that Ancajas compares to those other champions?
La división tiene muchos gran peleadores, Chocolatito, Estrada. ¿Tú dónde miras tu oponente? ¿Dónde está el nivel comparado a ellos?
Pues un campeón del mundo también, es un campeón del mundo así como lo es Chocolate, como lo es Gallo Estrada, como lo es el japonés Kazuto Yoka, entonces es un campeón del mundo, yo me baso en eso, no me importa tanto el nombre, yo voy decidido con quien me pongan a pelear y en eso me baso.
He says the 115 is a stacked division. It's a lot of great fighters, and he's a world champion, just like Estrada and just like Chocolatito. But that doesn't really affect him much. He doesn't go in the ring thinking that way. He's just prepared for Saturday to give a good fight.
And Ancajas has become more of a boxer in recent years. His trainer has implored him to box more than to brawl, which he did earlier in his career. But you're going to pressure him a lot, obviously, on Saturday night. What type of fight are you expecting? You expecting a brawl, a war? What type of fight?
Tu oponente más que nada se ha enfocado en el boxeo con su entrenador. ¿Tú qué piensas? ¿Qué tipo de pelea va a ser este sábado?
Va a ser una guerra, una batalla fuerte, una batalla de sangre, una batalla de choque. Como te digo, es por orgullo. Ya tenemos 2 años esperando la pelea y yo sé que él está ansioso, yo estoy ansioso por pelear y por demostrar al mundo mi potencial y que estoy listo para ser campeón del mundo y pertenecer a la elite.
It's going to be a war. It's going to be a war. It's going to be a bloody war. He's going to put the pressure on him for the first round, and it's going to be an amazing fight. And he's ready. He's ready for Saturday.
Thank you, Jonathan.
Gracias.
Thank you, Keith. Next question is from J.R. Bell.
All right there, Jonathan. My question is, how important was it for you to get back in the gym soon after your win over Julian Yetras in December?
¿Qué tan importante era que regresases al gimnasio inmediatamente después de tu victoria en diciembre?
Pues sí, estamos en preparación, como te digo. No fue algo difícil ya que estábamos en preparación y regresamos a la siguiente semana de volada al gimnasio. Entonces mantuvimos la preparación ahí como de mantenimiento y ya en enero iniciamos la etapa fuerte de preparación para la pelea.
It was very important to get back in the ring immediately after being off for so many months. So he feels great. It's helped him out to get that win in December, and he's staying that same mentality and same physical strength throughout that time.
Now, how has it been, going back and forth, seeing that, you've had a newborn child? So how's it been contacting your family while being in training camp?
¿Cómo te ha afectado? Acabas de nacer tu hija. ¿Cómo has estado en contacto con tu familia y cómo te ha afectado mientras estás entrenando?
Sí, mi hija tiene 5 días de nacida. Yo no estuve en su nacimiento, no estuve junto a mi esposa, junto a mi hijo, pero estuve ahí, me hicieron una videollamada y pues la he visto en fotos. Sí me pega en lo sentimental, no puede verla, no puede abrazarla, pero es una motivación más para mí y quiero llevarle un cinturón a casa.
Of course, it affects me. Not being able to see my daughter born. She was born 5 days ago. He's only been able to see her on pictures, but it motivates me. It motivates me to do better and to become champion on Saturday.
Thank you, Jonathan.
Gracias.
We have one more question from the media. Keenan Atchison.
Hey, Jonathan, thanks for taking the time out today. Do you feel as though you're an underrated fighter in the 15-pound division right now?
¿Tú piensas que eres un peleador que no te mira tanto en esa división comparado a los demás?
Sí, muy poca gente me conoce, pero yo conozco mi potencial, conozco mis fortalezas. Yo sé que tengo una buena pegada y sé que después de este sábado voy a pertenecer a los Elite.
Yeah, so I'm a little underrated. People don't know me as well as they do the rest. But I feel very strong. I have a good punch, and come Saturday, everyone will know my name.
All right, you just mentioned you carry a good punch. You also have almost a 70% knockout ratio, and that's probably the highest of any of his opponents he's ever had. Do you feel like your power will probably be the difference in the fight?
Dices que pegas muy fuerte, tienes un knockout de 70%. ¿Tú sientes que esa va a ser la diferencia este sábado?
Sí, así es. No me confío en mi pegada solamente. Sé que tengo algo de velocidad, sé que tengo mucha inteligencia, sé boxear, me sé fajar, pero sin duda yo tengo una excelente fuerza en mi mano derecha y eso va a marcar la diferencia, como tú dices.
Yeah, I do believe my right hand will make a difference, although I'm not just relying on my power. I've got a good speed. I know how to read the ring well, but I do feel that the right hand will make a huge difference on Saturday.
All right. Thank you, Jonathan, and best of luck to you Saturday.
Suerte, dice.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for the questions, and thank you, Jonathan.